Oh, hello. Just changed my settings on here. Let's see. Hello, everyone. What's up? What's up? Hey, it's you always talking about that beard brush. What's going on? Hi, Candace. How are you? Lord, what you gonna say today? You know that mouth do whatever it want to, but that's why we love you. Thank you, Keisha. I appreciate it. Hi, Tanisha. Hi, Joyce. Hi. Um, Give me a second. I'm trying to fix something on here. And this won't let me fix it. It's so weird. Yes, you caught alive from the start. You guys, so a lot has happened. Oh, Candace, you're drunk. You fear. Hi, Joel. Okay, so guys, a lot happened since we last spoke, huh? Um, I should have got on live like a couple days ago to discuss everything that happened, but then things kept happening. So I'm like, well, damn, I'll just wait till Wednesday. And then we'll just talk about everything at once. But yes, Adrian, you caught alive. You just bought 10 folding chairs? Yes. Yes. Before we get started, I want to thank today's sponsor, the Metal Folding Chair. Metal Folding Chairs. Have a seat, bitch. You can find metal folding chairs wherever Twisted Tea is sold. All right, so let's get started with today's topics. Okay, so of course, hi Leslie, the riverfront brawl in Alabama. Mm. Hi Jess, how you doing? Yeah, so the riverfront brawl. Um, this is one of those topics where it's like, you know what? It's okay if we still talk about it a little while longer. We stretch this topic out for a little bit. It's fine, really. Let's just have fun with it. You know what I mean? So just so we're clear, I posted the video in my comment section on the one post of how everything started with the riverfront brawl. So what happened was, um, the little tour boat high tie. Um, there was the little river attraction boat with all the tourists or the people on there, whatever the case may be, and it had like 50, 100, however many people on there, and that boat was approaching the dock and had to come to the dock. But you know, the European American people had parked their pontoon boat in an area where it was not supposed to be parked, and they were instructed to move their vehicle, but they thought for whatever reason They didn't have to Heidi, they didn't have to, abide by the rules, and they could just park their pontoon anywhere. So there's an older black gentleman was like, "Hey, you can't park this here. You can't park this here." So he took it upon himself to like untie the boat as so the boat approaching the dock could come to the dock and not total their pontoon. So he's like, hey, he told them they didn't want to listen. So he started untying it. One of the people that I guess had ownership over the boat, one of the European, natives had came over and, an argument ensued. And then the European American man took it upon himself to make matters physical. And so the European American man and the black man got to fighting. And then the European man, his fellow, countrymen came over and jumped the black man. So then the boat docked with all the people on it. Aquaman, he hopped in the water and swam over, before the boat docked. But when that boat docked, baby, yeah, the women that had jumped in it, the men, motherfuckers that didn't have nothing to do with it, high royal, motherfuckers that didn't have nothing to do with it, everybody got their ass beat. Old girl in the white tennis dress, she got faded and thrown into the water. And from my understanding, she wasn't even a part of their group. Hi, Breon. She wasn't even a part of their group. She was just there, and incorporated herself in the melee, thinking, I am white woman. You see me? Now stop it. And they cleared her shit right threw her right in the river. I said, "Ooh, baby, is it gators in there? Because that's Alabama." I said, "Well, either way, they threw her in there." And so they, the black women, when you see a black lady, the girls got to taking off their earrings and stepping out their slides. I'm like, oh Lord, here it comes. So they started beating on the women. And then, the women stood back and let the men do the mening, and the women did the women. So then, the big red circle lady, she had already got beat up. She's sitting on the ground like, whew, like what's going on? What just happened? She looked over to the left. Her husband Dan is getting folded up with the folding chair. Just crack, crack. He got hit a good 3-4 times with the chair. Crack, crack. And the police just standing back like, mm-mm-mm. But it was when he had came over and hit the big red circle lady that was sitting down trying to catch her second wind and get her bearings. He just popped her on the head off a GP with the chair. And then that's when the police said, okay, things are getting a little too niggery. We have to slap the cuffs on you. Okay. It was different when they saw it coming. But big red circle lady, the big lady that looked like the target symbol, she didn't see it coming. And so he was like, okay, so I'm gonna have to go on and slap these cuffs on you real quick. We know it's cameras on us. If it wasn't cameras on us, we might have let you we might have let you pop or another one, but it's cameras on us, so we gotta take it. We gotta at least take you off camera. And so at least 3 of the European American gentlemen are arrested and facing charges for that incident because once again, they started it. I think chairman he gonna get some kind of charge. The chairman, he go, man. I know that lady's spine was coming out her asshole when he was done. He did her like, the little whack-a-mole thing at Chuck E. Cheese. That's what it reminded me of. Like her head went into her chest when he hit her with that chair. I was like, she was already stuffed and compacted and smushed down. She was already sitting over there looking like a peppermint swirl Hershey kiss. And then he went and smacked her on top of her head with that chair and man just flattened her ass. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah, like death becomes her. Yup. Yep. But anyways, people pressing charges. They beat up, bruised up, whatever. They somewhere licking their wounds right now, mad because they can hit that like button. They mad because they can't file charges because it's like, well, photographic evidence shows that you started it. So if you sue, it's definitely gonna be a counter sue. And the one that really got the right to sue is the black man at the beginning who got jumped. That's who needs to be suing. And that's who can win a case. Win a case. Speaking of win a case, Cynthia Bailey was on Speak on It, Candy's YouTube show on her channel. And because Cynthia Bailey appeared on the last episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and hit that like button though. And her and Candy had kissed for some reason. I was like, I didn't want to see my aunties playing tonsil hockey, but whatever. Um, and then she was throwing the nice nasty shade at Nene, and I'm glad that she's finally fighting back after 15 years because Nene been shading her and dragging her and throwing her under the bus back when they was in the throes of this epic friendship. Nene was always shading Cynthia. So I'm glad that Cynthia finally, in the 11th hour, on the 15th year decided to say, hey, I could do that too. Hit that like button. Um, so Candy, messy ass. Y'all don't give Candy like y'all don't talk. Nobody talks about this enough, but Candy is messy. Like and she been messy. Like she'll always bring up something that she knows is going to incite a shady response or a shady reaction, and then she just stands back. You know, um, shit like if Kim was to come back on the show, like she'll ask somebody that don't like Kim, like she'll ask like Kenya, so what do you think about Kim and Croyd's foreclosure? And then she'll just like fade into the background, and then and then let everybody else have their way with the topic. And then when it comes up, she'll be like, well, I didn't have anything to do with that conversation. I just simply asked a question because it was in the news. And then everybody else, took it where they took it. Everything is with the hands. So, but yeah, she asked Cynthia when Cynthia was on her show, oh, Nene was on College Hill on BET Plus. Did you have a chance to watch it? And Cynthia was like, no, I definitely missed it, but I'm sure it was highly successful. And like, girl, wasn't nobody watching that shit. You knew that. Wasn't nobody talking about no damn College Hill. The people was talking about College Hill the season that Jocelyn was on because she had knocked Amber Rose's head through that glass door or whatever. They said Amber hit that like button, but they said Amber Rose was beating her ass a little bit until she had knocked her head. See, people was talking about that, but people weren't talking about no damn meanie leaks on no damn College Hill. Girl, you 60. Talking about, girl, you said, where's Naomi? I don't know. She's somewhere. Oh, she right down here. She's always nearby. She's just kind of off camera right now. She looking out the window, plotting her escape. But yeah, she Yeah, so Cynthia said that Nene can go on and get on TV. She was like, "You talk about you built the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's the house that you built." She was like, "Well, you could build another house. Build another house on another network. Get back on TV. You got all this power and you got all this pull, and do your big one. Get back on there." And I'm like, "Yeah, Nene's a legend, a reality TV legend, icon, all those things. You can't discredit what she's done for the reality TV genre. You have other people on popular reality TV shows quoting her. You got other people, you got everybody running around saying, I said what I said. You know what I mean? So, not discrediting that, but it's about time. I'm just glad Cynthia, you know, is fighting back. So I'm like, golly, girl, you ain't tired of this woman shading you yet? Because she was doing it all through their friendship. But anyways, let's get into something else I wanted to talk about. Um, Neo and his comments about like children and gender and everything like that. And I can okay, like, okay, let me just read what he said. So he said, when did it become a good idea to let a 5-year old, let a 6-year old, let a 12-year old make a life changing decision for themselves? Basically, referring to you know, why would you let a child hit that like button? Why would you let a child, make a decision on being, pansexual, transsexual, mansexual, whatever, you know? So, mm, um, my thing is I wouldn't say right message, but I mean you know, I kind of get the message. Not gonna lie, I kind of get the message that he's trying to say, but it's definitely coming from the wrong messenger. This is someone who spent a part of their childhood being homosexual, not bisexual, not pansexual, homosexual. And we have photographic evidence to prove it. You did not spend your youth as a heterosexual young man, and you were not confused. That was the look of somebody who knew they loved it. So it's like, who made that decision for you, child? Because anything under 18 is a child. So I guess the same people that made the decision for the 5, 6, or 12-year-old made the same decision for you. Who co-signed your homosexuality? Who co-signed, who said, you know what, Neo, you're going to like dick. You're not just going to like it, you're going to love it. Because that was the look of somebody who loved it. It was giving very much Fantasia Barrino season 3 of American Idol. Very much summertime and the living is easy. Very much, if you don't love me, then don't talk to me. So, very much when you believe. So, yes, it was giving big purr, not the little one. You had the fur hat that Jocelyn had on in the intro to season 3 of the Cabaret. You had midriff. Your brows was high and thin. You had the piercings in the face, baby. You were a full blown sissy. So it's like, somebody who hit that like button, somebody who did not, I just can't, you're telling somebody to do something with children, but you made your ex-wife get her tubes tied, then turned around and got somebody else pregnant, almost right after. And then you keep having babies on these women while you married to them. And, but at the same time, you spent your youth, under the LGBTQIA plus umbrella, but you want to address youth and the wrongness of it, youth under the LGBTQIA umbrella. Please make it make sense. Yeah. Lips pursed, brows arched, booty tooted, back out. Yes, all those things. So no, no, absolutely not. I don't want to hear anything about, the LG. I don't want to, like, him of all people, um, expressing fragments and elements of homophobia is definitely not what I expected. I expected you to be an ally and an advocate. I expected you on the the front steps of, the Washington Monument protesting for LGBTQIA rights. I expected LGBTQ benefit concerts, donations to the LGBTQ men's youth shelter. I did not see this coming. So it's so hypocritical. Like, based off of the characteristics, based off of how he treats women the way he does because he don't want them. That's not what he wants. That's not where his heart is, and that's not where his pelvis is either. That's why he be dogging out women the way that he do, and that's why a lot of men be treating these women the way they do because they don't want y'all. I hate that. I hate that for y'all. But that's literally like what it be a lot of the times. And these men don't be liking women. Like, men as a rule, like, don't like women. They prefer the company of their male friends. If it wasn't for the sex, like, men really wouldn't want women in their face. So if it wasn't for the SIGs and the social standing and what people think, um these men would, all the men's would be with each other. I mean, that's just what it is. I hate to tell y'all that, ladies, but these men, the straightest arrow. I've had, heterosexual men tell me, like, oh, they think all women are nasty and they really don't fuck with them like that, but they fuck with them. And, they got all the kids in the world. But, and I've heard this a lot. I'm not talking about a person or singling nobody out. I've heard this over the years. I've heard this from relatives. I've like, it's sad out here. But yeah, Neosha is definitely a sign and an evidence of that. So make sure y'all hit that like button though. But yeah, Miss Neosha, you really need to have all the fucking seats. In fact, you need to go down to that riverfront in Alabama, and you need to be popped over that big lumpy ass head with one of them folding chairs. So that's what you really need. The fact that you speak it, and then everybody that's saying like, "Oh my God, I agree. Protect my children. Nobody is going to cut up my children and hurt my children." Guess what, baby? While I care about your child or children and all children in general on a humanity standpoint, I don't actually care about your children or you, because I don't, that doesn't have anything to do with me. I don't have kids. I'm not thinking of kids. Like, I am the I'm very anti that. So congratulations on having a successful, healthy birth. But me personally, or none of my affiliates, are interested in performing sex change operations on your children, as I do not have a medical license. So you don't have to protect your children from me. You have to protect your children from all those men you're bringing around them and the men in your family, not me or people like me. We don't want your kids. We don't want children. I can say I don't want children of my own. I definitely don't want anything to do with anyone else's. So, especially at this big age, this big long age I'm at in my life, there's no room for a child to be incorporated. I have no interest in that. So, the only person that is, or people that are responsible for the safety and well-being and preservation of your children is you, as the parent, as the person who laid down and decide to get fertilized with that child or decided to fertilize those eggs. It is your job to protect those children. And what doesn't help them is you in the comment section on social media spewing hate and homophobia. That's not going to help your child. What's going to help your child is you. So get offline and actually go raise your child how you see fit. And keep your fucking children to your fucking self, because we don't want them. Well, I can speak for me personally. I don't want your kid. I don't, if it was a child of like baby, ooh. See, I took several preventative measures coming up to ensure that no one got pregnant with my child. So, yeah, no. I never really saw it for kids for me. I love you guys that have children. I was once a child, so I love that for me. I love my mom for having children. Those children are my siblings. Love that. I love that for you too, that you have a big family if you do. But for me, no. And I'm not interested in anything that has to do with, children. I just, no, I'm not, me and nobody I know is thinking about your fucking kids. Okay? Like your children are a lot, we're probably the people that your children would be safe around. The people that they're not safe around is all those, all the different men that you have around them and the men that are within your families. Your uncles, your pawpaws, your fathers, your brothers. That's who you have to watch your kids around. The aunties, because it's a lot of R. Shelleys out here. And it be the women in the comments spewing all the homophobia, and y'all be out here touching on kids too. And y'all get away with it a lot of the times because ain't nobody suspecting the woman. It's a lot of R. Shelleys out here, baby. And it ain't nothing new. But yeah. So basically raise your children, walk your talk, and yeah, raise your children how you see fit. I don't, however you raise your child, if you raise them to be anti-gay, just you and your kids stay away from me. I won't seek you out. Don't seek me out. And we can live on the same planet. I ain't got to be in your space. You ain't got to be in mine. Whatever you believe, whatever. I ain't here to educate no big grown gray ass person. You know what it is. You know right from wrong, and you know what you choose to, ally yourself with. I actually don't have nothing to do with that. So do your thing. But if you're anti me, just know I'm also anti you, and you stay over there and I'll stay over here. It's kind of easy. If you want to keep your children away from home, if you don't want your kids to, if you have a fear of your children being gay or exposed to anything LGBT, then don't have kids. You could not have children, and then that way you wouldn't have that problem. That's an option too. So keep that in mind as well. Also, what else are we talking about? I feel like something else. Oh, yes, of course. Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez, hit that like button. Tory Lanez got sentenced to 10 years, and we absolutely love that for him. He has to mandatorily serve at least 8.5 of that. And like we absolutely love it. There's still people saying that, like, they don't think he did it, or I'm like, well, who did it? Because it was his gun. He had it. People saw him with it that night, that moment. Like, oh my God, like I'm so glad this is over. I hope Megan doesn't speak on it at all. Or if she does, I hope she just put it in like a little tweet, like, you know, glad to put that chapter behind me. Let's move on. So I'm glad that this is over. This has been going on for what, 3 years? So I'm glad that justice was finally served, and he got the sentence that he deserved. A lot of people say he should have got more. Some people say he should have got less. I think he played a stupid game. He played a stupid ass game, and he won a dumbass prize. I think where he really shot himself in the foot, wink, is not being empathetic or remorseful for his actions, and instead twisting the knife and taunting her through public appearances and music videos and interviews and online postings and things like that. Thank you, Katie. um, yeah, so I'm glad it was over. Whether they gave him 10 or 5 or 20, I'm just glad the shit's over. Um, what was funny was Iggy Azalea was one of the 70 people that wrote a character witness letter, and they blew her shit up and aired her out for it. They put her. They was like, yeah, Iggy Azalea was one of the character witnesses, and she gonna say, I'm not in support of anyone. Like, a character witness statement is literally support. Like, it's literally like that's literally what support is. Like that's the highest form of support, damn near, outside of giving somebody some money. So she was saying, I'm not in support of anyone. I just think it's crazy how, you send the letter off. I thought this is going to be a private affair, but it's out in the public for the blogs. Like, yeah. People were saying, can we cancel her? And I said, well, she was never on air, so we can't cancel somebody who never officially, had an air date. So, I guess we can continue ignoring her like we've been doing. We damn sure been ignoring her music. Hit that like button. We damn sure been ignoring that music. I don't know why she still does music or anything, pertaining to the entertainment field, as you're not entertaining or interesting. You just a white girl with some good subtle face work, and and a BBL. Like, that's it. Like, it's I mean, I don't think there's an artist in the industry that's in the studio cooking up music, playing beats, and they like, ooh, I need Iggy Azalea on this. Yeah. Yeah, somebody get Iggy people on the phone. Like, nobody's saying that. Nobody. So I don't know what type of she's on OnlyFans and shit. That's where her OnlyFans are. Gotta be, because if you paying for that, you gotta be a fan for real. So yeah. Um anyways, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much it for this live. Am I forgetting anything? Hit that like button before y'all leave. For real. Um I don't. What's going on with Jason Lee? I don't know what happened with Jason Lee. I was busy, so I didn't get a chance to check what's the latest topics. I don't know what's going on with Jason Lee. Oh, a Trina rap. Yes. So we try to end every live here with a Trina rap. I'll probably have to go live tomorrow or later tonight, and we could talk about what's going on with Jason Lee. Inbox me a link and send me to what's going on with Jason Lee, and we'll definitely talk about it. So a Trina rap. Let's see. So Trina 305. Um, let's see. Queen of Miami. Hit that like button. Uh, so let's see. What would Trina rap? ABC 123. Ain't nan one of you hoes fucking with me. Let me see. So I got to get my Trina voice on. Okay, I think I got something. This is what Trina would say. Trina would be like, if you hoes don't hate me now, then you sure to hate me later. My ass so big it's about the size of the equator. That's what Trina would say. That's the Trina rap for today. I hope you enjoyed it because yeah, that's what she would. Okay, now what's going on with Raven Simone? Lord, I'm out the loop. What happened with Raven? She said she had two breasts. Hold on. She said she had two breast reductions and lipo before 18. Damn. So Raven Simone had two breast reductions and liposuction before 18. Disney had her doing that for That's So Raven to make her look more kitty. Oh, that's crazy. And lipo before 18? Who was performing lipo on children? At that, what? For vanity? What? Poor baby. I did not know that. No wonder she looks so tired and over it. Because she's tired and over it. Wow. Yup. I don't blame her for, yup. But damn, she still worked with Disney. Shit, she said this where the bag is. Like, whatever. She was like, y'all want me to get some more lipo? Like, what? What you want me to do? Because she worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But like, what the hell? Like, you don't even know what's going on. You got these old, white executives saying your breasts are, can you imagine being like a 14, 15-year-old girl? Your breasts are too big. You need to get them reduced. You're fat. You need liposuction. And you like, damn, can I be 16 first? Wow. Oh, wow. I'm really sorry to hear that. Did she cash them Cosby checks yet? No. Shit, Kylie had veneers, lip fillers, and a BBL at 16. Right, exactly. At least Raven got her shit for work. Kylie just got that shit for Instagram. That's crazy. You you got your whole everything rearranged, and now she says she regret that shit and she don't want her daughter to get her face and her body done. Girl, boom. If that's where the bag is, you gonna have that girl laying right on the table, getting the same shit done that you got done. Like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I wonder if Chris is adopting Kris Jenner. It's enough kids running around that house. Thank you, Stacy. Aw, I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Hit that like button. Um, that's pretty much all I have for today. And whatever the stories that we're talking about now, we can I could definitely incorporate them in another live over on Instagram, because I don't be going live on Instagram enough. So on Instagram, we could talk about Raven and whatever happened with Jason Lee and some other stuff. So I will see you guys very soon. And when I go on live on Instagram, I'll let you know so you can tune in there too. All right.